Hello! Oh man, we have so much Capricorn energy. Like we've been talking about for the last couple videos and also for the YouTube video I did about a week and a half ago of transiting Jupiter and Saturn both being Capricorn. This whole next year is really about setting goals, reaching them, being more effective and achieving more as per our professions, our skills, our status in society as per our contributions, and not necessarily status in a negative sense of hierarchy in a negative sense. Of course, we all have, most importantly, the status of being human beings. In that sense, we're all equal. But Capricorn energy likes the kind of challenge and likes to see, okay, how do I measure up? How much work have I gotten done in comparison to other people? But I think the most important thing for this whole next year, and especially where we are right now with so much Cap energy, is to focus more so on how do I measure up to where I was before. That's the most important thing, is to not compare yourself to other people during any time period, but especially during a time period like this where it can get a little bit, it can get a little bit competitive and a little bit limited in its scope as per, oh, well, I'm doing better than so and so, then I can just kind of coast, or I'm doing better than so and so, so I'm better than them. That shit is not helpful. I think the most important thing to do is to ask yourself, okay, how far have I come, and how far do I want to go? And sure, we can be inspired by looking at other people and going, wow, they're doing so amazing. That encourages me and inspires me rather than me becoming envious or self-defeating or anything like that. That's great. Or we can look at other people and go, oh, okay, I'm doing pretty damn well, actually. This person hasn't figured out that. But ultimately, again, comparisons should not really affect our plans, and they shouldn't affect our progress, again, during any time, but especially during this time. So right here, right now, look forward to the entirety of this year, asking yourself, what is it that a year from now I want to have already accomplished? And practically, how am I going to achieve it? It's not just setting the broad vision, it's also figuring out, okay, what's my schedule? And it's okay, you don't have to schedule it all out. It's honestly pretty boring. I know some people are into that, and that's cool, go for it. But for people like me, and I think a lot of people in general, it's good to have a general outline, the structure, the skeleton of what you want this year to be about. And this is a really effective, I mean, this is great for every year, but this is really like a phenomenal year. Really, the only time we've had this kind of opportunity since probably about 60 years ago, when the same conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn were in Cap. And even that, I don't know if Mercury and the Sun were also in Capricorn at the same time. And so this is a really phenomenal opportunity, not just to plan for this whole next year, but to get started right away. We have transiting Moon in Aries for today and tomorrow, and we also have Mars in Scorpio. So and it's about to go into Sag. So long story short, what all this energy means is we are able to not only make the plan, but to get into it right away, like today, like right now. And actually right after this, I'm about to go to the gym. But whether it's physical activity or mental activity or emotional activity, whatever it is, set your goals for this year and get on it right away, and have fun with it. There's no need to get all, some people are going to get a little bit, there's a lot of pressure right now. Sun and Saturn are conjunct, and they're going to continue to be tightly, even ever more tightly conjunct over the next 10 days, when it'll have a direct conjunction. And during this time, Mercury will also make its way to Saturn. So it's important, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like I have so much to do, break it up. Just focus on, okay, what am I going to do for not only January, but what am I going to do for the next week? What am I going to do for the next couple days? What am I going to do for today, the next couple hours? Make it simple, especially with this Moon and Aries energy. It works best when it's like right here, right now. It works best with sprints. So we have a lot of energy that is very much like marathon. Like, okay, what am I going to do for all of the year? But don't let that damage your fire, your inspiration, your motivation for right here, right now. Because ultimately, what today and tomorrow is all about is just getting in there and getting in the game and having fun. And then, that's the most important thing, and the only way really that we're going to be able to achieve all these big goals, excuse me, is if we're breaking them up into little tiny bits. Like, for example, climbing a mountain, you make your way to summits. You don't just, okay, I'm gonna sprint to the top. Like, that's not gonna work. You could die that way, not to be super serious, but at the very least, you're not gonna reach that goal doing it that way. So bit by bit, break it up, plan effectively. I have a buddy who has a wonderful saying that applies here, which is, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Just make a plan. And again, you fill in the meat of that structure, of that skeleton, as time goes on. You'll be able to build it all effectively, bit by bit. Make a practical plan, make a realistic plan, but be ambitious with it too. That's important. Some people are going to set very limited goals, and that's really sad because you'll reach that goal, but if you had pushed for further, then you could have achieved so much more. So set a goal that is reachable, but is also ambitious and is pushing you, and has a high magnitude of achievement and necessity. It's calling within you to push and push, and again, make it practical though. Make it a goal that you need to reach, not that you want to reach or other people think that you should reach or whatever. Focus on what you feel that you need to get done with this year and get started right away. Infinite love to you, my friend. Namaste. As always, I'm doing readings. I'm pretty booked for the rest of this week, but next week I have openings, so feel free to get in contact with me if you want a reading about 2020 or whatever. You know, as always, I do readings about whatever, love life, life purpose, even just general readings if there's nothing in particular you want to check out. There's so much information that I can offer you, so yeah, just get in contact with me. And it's very affordable too. It's $20 for 15 minutes. There's so much that we can fit into that, and most people extend. There's so much other good stuff, but in any case, yes, so feel free to get in contact with me. All the info is in the about section on this YouTube video or in the bio section of this Instagram channel. Peace. Happy New Year.